Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to show you a whole bunch of variety of different kinds of gift card holders. It's that time of year, and sometimes when you give a gift, you're giving either cash, a check, or a gift card. And I hate just putting a gift card, handing a plain gift card or something. It's always fun to have something a little bit different. So I've got a whole bunch of different ones, and I'm going to show you how each of them are made. Some are pretty simple, some use special dies, but I'll show you how you can make some really nice gift card holders without special dies. So let's start with the one that actually, let's start with a really simple one. So let me get some of these out of the way. So we're going to start with sort of a wallet style. This is just a fairly simple wallet. Let me get my gift card here, and it just slides in, and you could fold cash up in there or a check or anything, but it's just a little wallet. Just folds like that. You could even put pictures, I guess, in there, but anyway, very simple to make. This one is, you take an 8.5 by 3-inch piece of paper and you score right down the middle, and that creates your outside. And to create your little flap, this is just 2¼ inches by 5¼ You score 1/2 inch in on 3 sides, and then, so that's your 1/2 inch in, and then you just trim out the corners like that. And you're going to glue this onto the bottom of here, but you want to decorate it first. So I'm not going to do that, but you basically put glue on these 3 tabs and glue it right down into the bottom corner like that. You want to mat and layer it first, so that you don't have the white cardstock behind. But anyway, so super easy to make. 2 pieces of card, 8.5 by 3 score in the middle, and 2¼ by 5¼ score 1/2 inch on 3 sides. You trim out those corners, and then you glue on these 3 tabs just right down into that bottom. Very easy to make a little wallet style. And then you can decorate it however you want. You can make it as plain or as pretty on the front or in the inside as you want. You could put a flap, like if you had multiple gift cards or something, or if you wanted to make it like a real wallet, put another one on this side, or you could layer them up. So you could do some fun things with that. The next sort of simple one is similar style, but it's more vertical. And this one I've got like a little strip of card there to hold that slip in. And where's my, oh, here it is. Okay. So this outer piece of card, I use double-sided cardstock, and it's a heavy enough weight cardstock that you don't have to make it and then mat and layer. You can just make it out of one piece of paper. If you just have single-sided cardstock, I would make it out of, a white cardstock or just a plain cardstock, and then just measure and mat and layer each of those. But because it shows up on the inside and on the outside, it's best to have double-sided cardstock. So this piece is 8.5 by 3.5. Score at 2.5 and 6.5. So you're going to score in 2 inches on one side and 2.5 inches on the other. And then it's going to fold up like that. Okay, so that's that. Then your little pocket, instead of going this way, it goes this way. So it's 3.5 by 3.5, and you score 1/2 inch in on all 3 sides, and then you trim out the corners just like you did on the other. And this one, you're just going to glue it in vertically right there instead of horizontally. And then your little gift card slides right in there. And I did the little strip of card. The other thing that I've done with these is put like a little die cut on here with a sentiment or whatever, and then use a little Velcro dot underneath to hook that shut, which I think works really well. If you want to do the strip of card, this card is just about 1/2 inch wide, and you take whatever your width is. So this is 3.5. I added So I made it 4.5 by a 1/2 inch, and then score on each on 1/2 inch. And then I glued mine on top, not on the inside, because I didn't want it to show. And also, if you glue it on top, it gives you a little bit more room to tuck that card in, just like that. But then you don't have to use a Velcro dot or glue it shut or anything. It just, holds itself shut, just like that. So again, super easy to make. 2 strips of card. These can go together really, really quick. Okay, let's see. And next we've got, this is just a standard, was it 4 1/4 by 5.5 card. So you can just make any size card that you want, but just a plain card, regular card front. You can put a topper on the front, whatever you want to do. I left mine with just the patterned paper. You'll have to excuse me, I have a cold, which is why my voice sounds so scratchy, but I thought that candy cane paper was super cute, so I just left it. I'm probably going to put a little tag on it with a sentiment, and then when you open it up, again, mat it on the inside, and then it's just got this little flap, and you can slide a card in. Now this one, because it's wide, I didn't do, this one's even easier. So it's just a standard card base. This one in particular is what do they call them? A2, I think, here in the US, but it's 4 1/4 by 5.5. But you can do any size you want. And then go ahead and mat and layer the front and the insides. And then you just take a piece of card. This one is 3 inches high by 4 1/8. You want it just like 1/8 of an inch smaller than the inside of your card base, because you've got that score line and you don't want it to hang out the outside. This is 3 inches, and then I measured up 2 inches and I cut that angle just down like that. And then you just cut your pattern paper in exactly the same way. And on this one, rather than folding it under and gluing, I just put a narrow bead of glue right around the edge, because you got plenty of room. As you can see, you got plenty of space for a gift card in there, or a check, or whatever you wanted to do. If you had a 5x7 or a slimline card, you could make this a little bit taller. You could slide a check in there, or cash, or whatever you wanted to do. But again, a very easy way to give a gift card or cash without it just, handing you an envelope of cash. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit more complicated, or well, at least fancy. So this one's really fun. It opens up like this, but you put your gift card into the slot in the middle. Get it in there. Just like that. So when you open it, it kind of pops up. Just like that. Not fun? I tend to use this style a lot because I think it's so fun. And it's actually incredibly simple to do. So it's almost easier than the other ones. So it's 1 strip of card. It's 8.5 by 4. And then you score at 3 1/4, 4 1/4, and 5 1/4. So that gives you the 1 inch top. And then these two sides are even. And then you're going to cut a slit down the middle that's wide enough for your gift card. So you can see this just fits in there. So a standard gift card is 3 1/2 by 2 1/4. So if you want this 3 1/2 and this is 4 inches wide, I came in 1/4 inch at each side, and you want to cut a slit. And when you cut that slit, it actually has to be, it can't just be one. So I'll show you how I did it. I took where's my craft knife? There. So I took my craft knife and I basically cut down one side of the score line, and then I cut down the other side of the score line and joined them up. So, just kind of like down that side, down that side of the score line, and that gives you just enough of a slit to fit. And then you're going to mat and layer all of these and you're going to glue this together, and I'm going to show you how to do this. I'll go ahead and glue this one because you can mat and layer it after it's glued. And getting the glue right is really important. So when you glue it together, you want to glue down on the back side. So this is the inside, this is the back side. So, you know, you got like a W, and you want to glue down the sides on both sides, just right at the edge, and then just kind of across that bottom. Do not glue up there, because otherwise you won't have enough room for your card to fit in there. And then just hold that down. Let's let that glue grab. And now that gives you your little pop-up. And because you didn't glue this part together, you have plenty of room for that card to sit right in there. If you had glued the whole thing together, then the card would not be able to slide down in there. Okay? So, but super easy. One piece of card, and you have what I think is a pretty fancy looking, or at least impressive looking gift card holder. So really fun. Now we're going to get a little more complicated. Now I have this die set. I thought this was so fun. I got it off Amazon, and I will put the link in for the one that I bought off Amazon in the description. And this particular die set comes with all sorts of pieces, but this is a specialty die. And you can see it cuts out here around, and then it's got a cutting, like a half circle cutting here. And what that does, and then this die, you cut two of, and you put them back to back to create your little coffee cup. And then it's got a die for the little sleeve, you know, like you have, and the straw and the cup. But see, so this is that little cut, that slit, and it cuts those little holes. And those holes are perfectly aligned to slide your little gift card or credit card or whatever right in there. And then it slides in, and you can gift it just like that. I would put a tag on it, or put something on here, or do something. Actually, that lid is very boring, so I'll probably do something with the lid. But and then I just cut some extra pieces out of the red and green to make it look Christmassy, and the brown and stuff, and tuck the little straw in. But that's a really fun one. Now, if you don't have this little specialty die, you can find gift card holder dies that'll cut this little slit all over the place. And like I said, I will put a link to this particular die set because I thought it was so super cute with the coffee cup. But if you don't have that, you can measure, you know, it's the width of this, and it's just kind of a half circle. And you could do, you don't have to do a circle. You could even do a little, like a little half rectangle or something. You could make your own shape. So you could do it with a craft knife, but I'll tell you, the dies make it super easy. And this one was a cute one. Now to go with that same die set, and my glue is still wet, so it looks terrible. Hopefully that'll dry clear. That same die set allows you to make this, and you can see there's those little slits, but I'm not going to use them this time. What I'm going to do is I made a little pouch that I'm going to put on the back of this, and you can do this on any shaped card, on any card at all. It's basically that same little idea as I did with the vertical wallet, but this particular piece is 3.5 by 3, or 3.5 this way, 3 this way. And what I did is I scored a 1/4 inch on each side, and then I trimmed out those corners, same thing. Okay, and then I took my little circle punch, and it's off center, I can tell that now, but I just punched like half of the circle on there because my card's going to slide in like that, and I want to be able to grab it. And you can do this kind of thing on any card base or on any shaped card or whatever. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this onto the back of here. And all you do is you glue just right onto these tabs. You can put this inside of another card. You could put it on any shaped card base or anything. And it just creates this little pocket that you can put your gift card or cash or check or whatever. And you can make it any size, but I'm just going to put that on there. And really, I should have probably backed it with a flat one. I glued these down so they don't stick up, but they are visible. So, and then your card just slides right down in there. So it looks like that. And then your card just slides out. Oh, that glue didn't grab yet. But I love this die set. It's really fun. And it's got the die to cut this, which I cut out of acetate, and then the little whipped topping, which I cut out of Centura Pearl, and again, my straw. Isn't that fun? And then it came with some little, like tag dies or something. And so I'll probably put a little, I'm not sure I'm going to use that. I think I'll actually put like a little tag kind of hanging on there. The last one I'm going to show you today looks incredibly complicated, but it's really not. So in this one, it's a shaped die. This is a purse die from Crafter's Companion. Let me see, where is it? It's called Classy and Fabulous, shaped dies. And when you open it up, you've got like a little pop-up gift bag right in the center of it that you can put your gift card in, or you can put money or whatever you want, small jewelry, however you wanted to make it. And it looks pretty complicated. It's actually not. The hardest part is making most time-consuming part is making the shaped card. So if you've never made a shaped card before, here's how you do it. So this is the base die that makes the purse, and it's a cutting edge all the way around. So if you want to make the card base in the shape of a purse, you basically figure out how much room you need and create a card base that actually folds. And then you're going to take the bottom of that shaped die and put just so the cutting edge is right off the card. So I don't know if you can see that, but so I'm going to slide it up, and you're going to slide it up right to the point where the cutting edge is right against that fold, but it's not on it. And we're going to run it through just like that. So then when you run it through with that cutting edge just off the edge, it creates that shape with the fold down the side. So it doesn't cut that bottom edge. And that's how you create a shaped card, really out of any die you can. And then I've got a bunch, and then I cut that same die 4 times out of the striped paper, and I'm going to use that to decorate. So my paper's going to go on, all 4 sides. Now, the thing to remember is because you had it hanging off the edge, see, that's that difference. So it's going to be, your layer is going to be slightly larger, which on the outside I don't mind, but on the inside I'm going to have to trim down 2 of these layers to fit, because otherwise, I'll show you, they're not going to fit, right? Because that's that difference. So I'm going to have to trim 2 of these down. So we'll just put them together, and I'm going to take my scissors and just trim off. Or you can use your paper trimmer or whatever you got. And just trim off, about 1/8 of an inch. However much you need. It depends on how much your die was hanging over the edge. Okay? And then I cut the handles, and I cut them twice also in the gold, because I'm going to layer them with the gold. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and mat and layer these up, and I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to watch me glue everything. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, so I've got this all matted and layered, and I didn't do a very good job of trimming, but it's okay because it's going to get kind of covered up anyway. I could have put the design on the back, but I chose not to. So now, to make your little gift bag that goes in the center, you need a piece of card that's 8.5 by 2.5. And then you're going to score 1/4 inch along the long side. So You turn it this way and score a 1/4 inch at one side. And then you're going to turn this way and you score it 3.5, 3 3/4, and 4, 7.5, 7 3/4, and 8. So you're going to create like 1/4 inch gussets on each side, and then a 1/2 inch glue tab, and then 1/4 inch at the bottom. So score, so you're going to accordion fold those sides like that. And then that's going to be your glue tab, and that's going to create that. And then you've got these 1/4 inch tabs at the bottom. Now you need to trim out parts of it because you only want the 1/4 inch tab on the 2 long pieces. So trim that out there and all of here. So cut out this. So this is your 1/4 inch side. So cut it out all the way up to the long section. And then I put little angles on them just because on the tabs, because I find it easier to glue. Gives me a little more room. Okay, so it looks like that. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and mat and layer this. I've just got some gold cardstock that I'm going to cover up. I'm going to mat and layer these pieces like this. Okay, and then we'll glue it together and put it inside the bag, and I'll show you how. And you can do this inside really any card. I've done basically the same thing. You can make this wider if you want. So if you want your little gift bag to be, you know, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch instead of 1/4, then just make this bottom 1/2 inch as well. You want the bottom to kind of match. It doesn't have to, but it's just, it makes more sense to me if you make the bottom match. It makes it a little bit easier when you're putting it together. And okay. And then we're going to put glue on our little 1/2 inch tab. Okay. And essentially, if you just kind of smash down your gussets for that glue to grab. Now you've got your little gift bag, but the bottom is open, right? So you got your 2 1/4 inch tabs with the bottom open. Okay, that's exactly what you want. And then you're gonna take this and flatten it on the sides, but pull these tabs flat out. Okay, so don't tuck them in. So like that. So see it, these are your flaps. Pull them out so they're flat. Then we're going to put glue just on those little tabs, like this. And then you're going to put it where you want it, right up against that fold line. And close it down. And give it enough time for the glue to grab, because it does take a bit. And anytime you have motion on the card, you want to make sure. And then that's really all there is to it. And I'm not going to pull it because I don't want that glue to, but that's it. Okay, but you want to leave it long enough so that glue gets good and dry. And that'll give you your little pop-up. And I don't know if you can see down in there, but you can see where the glue tabs are glued right up against that score line. Okay, and that's it. A lot of fun. So got a lot of different gift card options for you, from very simple to a little more complicated, or at least a little more seemingly complicated. So some options for gifting gift cards or cash or checks. I've got a couple more that I'll probably show you in the next day or so, but thanks for watching.